continues in college football. Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the SMU Mustangs and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
I caught up with the Mustangs head coach before the game. This running back has been a revelation all season long. They brought him in the transfer portal, and he has delivered. Each and every week we see the chemistry grow between he and the quarterback and their offensive line. Now in playoff contention, making some noise in the top 15, they are starting to be a team to contend with, and it is all because of this running back and how he is fueling this offense. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Mustangs offense has the ball first today. And we've said many times a tight end is the quarterback's best friend, but the last time these two played together, you could make the argument it was even more than family. It was like that thing, there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother, maybe.
It was really impressive. I mean, they put up big numbers. It seemed to work every time he looked to the big fella, he delivered. So, elite 1-2 punch. Jesse, how do you slow that guy down?
I mean, you just got to pick your matchup poison, honestly. You could put a safety against him and try to take advantage of the speed, but he's not going to be big enough to match up physically. If you go linebacker, you're not fast enough. So mixing and matching the looks, I think, is the best chance this defense has.
Looking for space. It's Green. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Pull down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Give to the back. There he goes. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's what
quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed.
And the pressure gets to him again, another sack.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
Finds the tight end. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down decision. Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Rush is on. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Oof, and after that pick six, not the start this quarterback wanted. You're going to have to be really good about having a short-term memory and just turn the page. There is tons of football here to be played. You made a big mistake on that last throw. Don't let it beat you for the rest of this football game. You've got a lot of ball left to play. You've got to keep going.
He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll run him again. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. Here comes the heat. Runs for the tackle. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the defense has been able to get after this guy early and often in this game, and it's affecting his accuracy, and it's affecting this offense's ability to throw the football consistently.
Wants to throw again. Comes down, it's Cooper. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's third down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on third down.
The give. Sees an alley. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy.
Open field on the right. He's at the... Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. It looked as if they had a chance to tie it, but that goes by the boards as the penalty takes away the touchdown. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Pull to the ground. At the end of that play, there is still a member of the Fighting Irish down on the field. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Moving the pocket, it's Jennings. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Got to make the play on fourth. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Got some room to run. And he was weaving his way and finally brought down around the 23-yard line.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. And send the tight end in motion. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Got him downfield. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. As we get a look at the stats. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Tight end now in motion. They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
He'll bring it out. It's Hale. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. SMU's offense headed out onto the field to start this drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that man.
Looking for a man. It's Jennings. Makes the grab on the left. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead. Well, Kevin Jennings has a high ceiling, David. We've seen throughout his career, when he's playing well, this offense is lights out. This is a guy who's quarterbacked this team to a college football playoff already, but there have been some dips as well. He's got to limit the mistakes. I think that's the whole key this season. Staying healthy, limiting the turnovers. If they do that, they'll be laughing on offense.
And he's not the biggest guy in the world, but his athletic ability really shines through. You just want to see him be more patient in the pocket. Like, make those easy plays. You don't have to always be fading away and make it hard on yourself. But the one thing you know about this offense, it's fast and it's fun. And this is a guy that can scramble around and make big plays.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Mustangs come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Plows his way ahead. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Oh, pressure's coming. Fires to the tight end. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. The Mustangs getting set on 1st and 10. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Out wide left, it's Singleton. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Mustangs!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing, I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Turning it on! They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Turns into the pile. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. They'll field this one in tight quarters. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarmed him under for no gain. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Makes the catch. It's Knight. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Back to throw. It's Jennings. Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football.
Oh, he wants it all. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to throw one first. Unloads it downfield. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That time as both teams head into the locker room, we're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Gets the first himself. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Doing it himself again. Offense scoops it up and still going. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the scoop and score. Touchdown, Irish.
Never put on a play because you never know what will happen. How about a break in the long run? I love the effort by the defense. Trailing him, getting there, and then they get to him and they make the big fumble. But how about the lucky break? The bounce towards the offensive player. He scoops it up, rolls into the end zone. What a big momentum-changing play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, here on the SMU sideline, I can see the coaches imploring their team right now. This has to be a turning point. Turning it over on that last drive, it could get out of hand if they don't make something happen right now. You see the coaches and players coming together to try to get that momentum back. I'll keep you posted on if that swings here in their favor. Guys, back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Would have loved to have gotten a big return out of that one, but they'll take it first down at the 40. Here come the Irish back on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. Carr on play action. Got it. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they self-block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, and they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Throwing, Carr. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. That's exactly what happened.
The Mustangs offense is ready to go on the attack. There's no question this team is reeling down 28-7, and they have to find a way to get a score on the board with this drive. Catch in the middle, it's Knight. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Mustangs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Sends it downfield. Makes a deep grab. Breaks free, and he might be gone. Inside the slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, SMU! And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. Their lead down to 2 touchdowns as they go back to work on this drive. They'll run the RPO and fire to... Oh, it's a fumble! And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Got him on the RPO. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Finds his man on the RPO. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. 1st and 10 for the offense. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's got it on the right. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Powers inside. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. That was a big stop by the defense now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game as we're starting to get late. They'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. They've got a 1st and 10 as we are inside a minute to play here in the 3rd. They'll give it to him again. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Right side, it's Knight. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Mustangs are marching down the field. Off play action on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Taken in by Smith on the right side. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. This game about to be a wrap, and as we check out the scoreboard from the top 12 teams in the country, there will be changes next week because a loss like this one, this late in the season, can really be damaging. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. He wants to throw it again. Between the hashes, it's Knight.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Back to pass, it's Jennings. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Good, strong tackle.
Honestly, it just looks like the defense has better players on the field, and that's really demonstrated itself throughout the course of the game. They've got more speed. They've been able to shut this up.
Makes the grab in their space. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, they came into this one as the favorite, obviously, and they looked like they were sleepwalking in that 1st half. Whatever adjustments they made in the 2nd half, I think one thing's pretty simple. David, they remembered who they were. Offensively now, they've come out. They've been electrifying. They've been lighting up the scoreboard. Defensively, getting the football back. This was the team we thought we were going to see at the very start of the game.
Man, it's so hard week to week, man. So many challenges, injuries, all the things that come with it, and getting guys motivated, right? Like sometimes they just don't have that energy. Good to see them come out after the half with the energy, with the urgency. This is the squad we thought we were going to see.
Caught behind the line. It's Graham. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Motion from the wideout. They want that clock to run. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Here's Carr to throw. Under pressure. Left side is Coleman Williams. Defender got caught, a little handsy with that jersey, and it'll cost him. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Got an alley. Breaks into the open. Smashes ahead. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
A strike downfield. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. Driving forward, it's Williams. All over him immediately. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Here's C.J. Carr to throw. They're all over it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Quick strike through the air for the score. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. And it's blocked.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting the drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, isn't it? Come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
He'll start the return inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. To the air, it's Jennings. Out wide right, it's Knight.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. That's caught. It's Knight. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
2nd down to the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It's been tough for this QB in this one.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Look out! And it's a sack.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3. SMU spends its 2nd time out here. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Here's C.J. Carr to throw. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. He's loose on the right. Touchdown Mustangs. The defense with the huge momentum swing, taking it all the way in.
Oh, they could not have come up with a bigger play at a more opportune time. The defense getting the interception and taking it back to the house right at a point in the game when it looked like the offense was maybe going to pad their lead and seal this one. All of a sudden, this game has gotten really interesting.
He makes the grab. The two-point try is good, and it's a one-possession game late. Just over a minute to play. They're lining up for an onside kick to try to pull off this rally. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
Well, they got their hands team out there for a reason, and that's why in these situations you put receivers, tight ends, and dudes that can hold on to the football, knowing that, hey, all we got to do is recover this onside kick, and David, we win the game.
And man, this is such a low percentage play, right? Like, it's so hard to kick an onside and actually have it bounce correctly.